Day trading the whole dollar break. What's the deal with the whole dollar mental resistance? Gonna break it down in this video, so stay tuned. What's going on, guys? Checking out this move here on ROKU. You can see ROKU. Need to zoom in here a little bit. This thing went crazy today, and we got in on the action. I actually got a couple of nice scalps on it and made some money on the way. So you can see ROKU kind of breaking down why these mental whole dollar areas work as resistance breaks and why you can look to profit from these breaks over the whole dollar. One of the things that I want to stress with this video is if you're going to play the whole dollar break, take profit fast. Don't be greedy and don't get stubborn. So ROKU, you can see some of my entries here. So you can see here, every single whole dollar break, this stock jumped another 20, 30, 40 cents and then pulled back. So obviously, looking at this, you're thinking, okay, I could buy the dip. It would be looking at this, it would be easier to say, hey, I could buy the dip on this. It would probably be safer to buy the dip, but also sometimes there's just no dip. So you might have a stock that just goes right through the whole dollar and goes higher, or you might have a stock that kind of jumps through the whole dollar and then bounces off the whole dollar area. So you can play it two different ways. But one of the ways I normally play it is I like to buy right there before the whole dollar breaks. So I'm looking at the level 2. I'm looking at the sell side. I'm looking at the ask. Normally what happens, you'll have a lot of shares sitting there at the whole dollar area. So if this stock is at $43, you'll see a lot of shares sitting there. And you'll start to see that eating out. You'll see time and sales printing, 43, 43, 43. And that's a good sign. You're seeing that eating out. You're seeing the volume coming up. You're seeing the action there. And you're like, okay, people are paying the ass. They want this buy. They want to get in for the whole dollar break there. I'm going to jump in. I'm going to jump in there and then take profit quickly. So you can see some of these moves. Over this $42 area, 41.73 jumping in there, jumps up there to 42.27. Boom, in and out. Over 42, it jumps up here to 43. A couple minutes later, it pulls back. So 43 here, you can see how this jumps over 43, jumps right over 43 up there to 43.78, and then pulls back. Same thing. So I was looking at this, I'm looking at the action, I'm thinking, okay, this jumps over 44. I'm going to jump in right there at 44. I'm going to take profit in that first spike. And you can see that's exactly what I did. So I jump in here at 44, the whole dollar break. I'm watching level 2. I'm making sure there's buyers coming up. I'm making sure people are trying to buy the ask. I want to see a lot of green there on time and sales. So I jump in there, 12.32 at $44. I take profit there at 44.27. So that's $270 profit. Boom, in and out, taking profit fast. Like I said, I'm in and out quickly. So literally I got in there at 12.32. I took profit there at 12.32.51. So that was about 30 seconds. That was about 20 seconds in and out there. On this trade, same thing. It kept going higher. This thing was ripping. The volume was there. Look at the volume. We're getting 300, 400,000 shares traded there on the 1-minute candles. So that's a very good sign. There's a lot of support. There's a lot of action here. And that's what I'm looking for. I'm looking for that momentum plays over these whole dollar breaks. Again, we get to $45, we get stuck. It pulls back from $44.95 and then rips up there again. I get in there at $45. I take profit there at $45.30. So that's a 30-cent jump, $300, 1,000 shares. So I'm in and out quickly. And like I said, if it starts to reverse, I want to get out quickly. And one of the things I don't want to do here is I don't want to get stuck in the pullback. So I'm basically looking for that whole dollar break. Here, this is a $40 stock. So this is jumping up, 20, 30 cents over that whole dollar. With a lower price stock, you'll have a stock like a $3 or $4 stock. It might only jump up 10 cents. So I'm looking for these pops over that whole dollar for a quick pop. Basically what happens there is you're going to have all the shorts who are shorting that resistance area. You're going to have shorts who are sitting there at that whole dollar that are trying to get filled at the 99, 98 cent area. Once they don't get filled, or if they do get filled and this squeezes higher, they're going to look to cover. And the first thing they're going to do is they're going to cover on the ask because they're scared because they don't want it to squeeze on them. So they'll end up covering on the ask. So normally the ask on a stock like this is going to jump up 20, 30 cents over that whole dollar right away. I wish I showed this live. I should have recorded this all live. But you guys can see the overall idea here of buying these whole dollar breaks. Obviously, I'm looking back at the chart. There's no resistance anywhere near this. So I don't have to worry about running into that resistance right away over that whole dollar area. But you can see ROKU here. Look at this volume there. Just volume going higher. Volume increasing through this whole entire move. So that's a very good sign. You can see a lot of green volume. We get 2 red candles, pull back. A lot of green candles, and we get to high of day there at 47.50, and then finally the volume starts to taper off. So that's this whole move here. I'm watching the volume, I'm watching level 2, I'm watching the time and sales, and seeing those whole dollar breaks. I'm jumping in there right at that whole dollar. I got to get in right at the whole dollar. I don't want to pay a penny over the whole dollar. I don't want to just jump in and get crazy. I want to make sure the whole dollar is going to break, and it's all about timing and experience. Looking at level 2, looking at the time and sales, you'll see the time and sales start to increase faster and faster and faster. You'll see the ask start to really get eaten out there. So if it's showing 42.55, you'll see someone trying to sell 1,000 shares or whatever. You get in and out right there. You're going to take those shares, you're going to look for that pop, and then I'm going to get in and out. This is another reason I use hotkeys. I need to be fast. I need to be able to get in and out. So on this trade, I made $700 just literally buying the break over the whole dollar consistently here. Buying the break, buying the break, buying the break. 3 times I bought the whole dollar break. I took profit quickly, in and out, less than 20 seconds per trade. Sometimes you can literally just get in and out. So what happens here is I'm going to sell into the bid, because the thing is, say the ask. So on this trade, I jump in here at $45. The ask on this trade was at $45.50, $45.60. If I put my shares on the ask, I might not get filled. This pulls back and starts crashing. So I want to just sell into the bid. I'm going to hit the bid. And that's what I did there. 45.30. The high on this candle was 45.45. So you can see in and out, 45.30, taking profit there, making $300. I got in there at 12.34.51. I took profit there at 12.35.08. So about 20 seconds again. So about 20 seconds on both of these pops. The key here is to really focus on the volume, focus on level 2, and focus on time and sales. Whole dollar breaks are going to be key areas to watch. Once that whole dollar breaks, it's going to initiate another buying frenzy, because people see, okay, we're over that whole dollar resistance. If I'm sitting here waiting, people are waiting, they're waiting. Okay, they're watching that $44 area. They're thinking, okay, this gets over $44. I might buy in for that possible move up to the $45 area. And that's exactly what worked out here. Getting in there, $44. It jumps up there, taking profit, $270 profit. You can see both of these trades, $300, $400 profit in a matter of seconds, but it's very important that you're taking profit fast. Obviously, I can sit back here and look at this now and be like, wow, this went higher and higher and higher. It never really stopped. I could have gotten here at the $41 area and rode this all the way to $46. But it's really hard to time like that, because obviously you don't know if this stock's going to just start crashing. So you can see this break there. It got up to that $47 area. It jumps over $47 up there to $47.50 and then starts to pull back. So if I would have gotten in there at $47 and I was holding there, I didn't take profit into this pop right here. I want to jump in there right as that whole dollar is breaking, take profit fast into that first initial push, and worst come to worst, I can always jump back in on the dip if I think it's going to go higher from there. But I'm going to jump in, take profit, get out quickly, and lock that profit in as this is breaking over those whole dollars. You can see literally every single whole dollar break, it jumps up 20, 40 cents in a matter of seconds and then pulls back and then went higher. I could have been a little bit more greedy. I could have jumped in here for the whole dollar break, sold in that first spike, and then bought the dip and did the same thing over and over if I really wanted to be greedy and overtrade this, but I want to take profit fast. I want to get in that first initial push. I don't want to get stuck with the last person to buy at that whole dollar as this is starting to crash back. So I want to be in and out fast and looking for this whole dollar areas. I'm looking to jump in there for those whole dollar breaks, and I want to explain to you guys how to play these whole dollar breaks, how to be looking for this. Remember, you don't want to just go and buy a stock that has no volume. Let's say you look at a stock, it's at the $10 area, and all of a sudden it starts to break over $10, but there's no volume, there's no action, there's no momentum. That's not a sign like, okay, it's about to break $10. I'm going to jump in here. I'm going to get in there $10. There's no volume, but I think once it breaks over $10, people are going to start buying. It doesn't work like that. You need to be buying stocks that have volume, that have action, that have momentum. Remember that. We're trading momentum. Momentum day trading. We're not just buying a stock with no volume, no action that breaks over a whole dollar. It's all about finding these right setups, finding setups like this here on ROKU. You can see this thing went from $37 up there to $47. It went up huge. That's a $10 move there all in about an hour. ROKU, big move today, but I want you guys to understand that when you're buying these whole dollar breaks, be looking at the volume, looking at level 2, looking at the time and sales. Be careful. You don't want to just buy there just because it's about to break over a whole dollar. We're looking for that momentum, looking for that action. You'll know if the action is there. People are chasing it. People are going crazy. There's a lot of volume. You can see 400, 500,000 shares traded there on these 1-minute candles. That means something is going on. The momentum is there. the action is there. So look for those hold hour breaks, but make sure that the action is there. You don't want to be the only guy buying that hold hour break.